Leather.
Love it. All right, we are
Let's have a little
live.
fun.
Hold on, we will. We'll have a little fun soon.
That's fun.
That's off.
What the fudge?
That's off.
Okay. That looks good.
Okay. Well, you have to take it back to Florida to get it registered or inspected.
Well, we'll
Every
just
couple of
transfer
years?
everything up here.
Okay.
So you'll have it
It'll all be-
registered and everything, insurance. Okay.
All right. I think we're good. What'd you say it was, Sylveon?
Mhm.
All right.
Hurry up already.
I will, Mario. Jesus Christ. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast. Webisode 700.
Wow.
Snuck up on us.
The Sylveon Podcast.
Didn't sneak up on me. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, you're right. It snuck up on me. I wasn't paying attention.
Come on, Brain, tell us about Sylveon, please.
Counting down the days.
Sylveon is a quadruped mammalian Pokemon covered primarily in pale cream-colored fur with pinkish feet, ears, and tail. There are 2 bows on its body, one on its left ear and one around its neck,
Like headphones.
from which
Bose
2
headphones.
feelers adorn it. The bows are pale cream with pinkish centers, while the feelers are pale cream with pinkish and blue
And they have
tips.
superior sound.
It sends a soothing aura from these feelers to calm fights, and will also use them to, quote, hold hands.
With
Hold
enhanced bass
hands!
frequencies.
With its trainer. It has short, slender legs and small paws with 3 visible toes on each foot.
Pause button for the bows.
Its eyes are blue,
There's a theme to this Pokemon.
with white pupils and no visible sclera. When its mouth is open, 2 pointed teeth can be seen on its upper jaw. Its furry pinkish tail is slightly curved in a crescent shape. Sylveon uses its ribbons to distract cautious prey before it attacks.
I don't like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're going to
just-
make
just get rid of
everybody
it.
nauseous.
Just throw it out. That's where you had it before.
I know. But it's like the sunshine and
Do you
everything.
want me to close the blinds?
I'm going to do it. Your job is Pokemon.
I just
wanna
wanna complain.
I'll close these.
Ah, what? I sneezed. I can't sneeze now?
All right, it's number 700. It's a fairy type. It's so dark in here. You can't see.
I'm dying. Help me.
Good enough.
They're mostly male, actually,
Look at this.
87%.
What?
Look at this back here. This
Maybe
is
that's
amazing. It's like a clown. Look at that.
Yeah.
Looking good, dude.
You look like
A murderous
you look
hobo.
like Mad Clown.
Sorry, Mom Rain. Sorry.
Is mad clown disease something? No, it's the cow, right?
The cow.
It is Mad Cow disease.
It is the cow.
It's the mad cow.
Yeah, Mad Clown disease is what happens when they feed clowns to other clowns.
Yes. That's why we've gotten such weird clowns now, because they've been
You
doing it for
should die
generations.
before
Oh, you
you
remember that
wait.
weird period of time with those crazy clowns?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's one of
So
them.
its abilities include cute charm. Its hidden ability is pixelate.
Pixelate? I guess
Pixelate.
it only works in the video game.
3 feet tall, 51 pounds.
So is that Sylveon in that picture? You think that's a dude? So.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
Geodude.
I mean, it's, more than likely a dude, right?
I guess so.
Because,
Yeah, according to your statistics.
right.
Hi, Guy Bones, and Cedar, and Shillelagh, and Blunners, and the Owlwolf, and Mark, and Cercer, and Fanders, and Kim, and Jumpman, and Nico Darunia, and Robert, and Giant Reggie, and Rachel, and Axel, and Roth, and Northern Sequence, and Javier, and whoever else I didn't say hi to.
Javier.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah. 700 episodes. What are you eating? A laundry packet?
Almond butter.
That looks good.
You said peanut butter, and then you said almond butter.
It's almond butter.
Which one is it?
Almond.
Can I smell it?
Smell it?
700
Smell it.
episodes.
Oh, it's actually just butter, like in a packet.
Yeah, it smells nice.
It's almond butter in a packet. Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought it was like a bar or something, like one of those granola bars that has the almond butter. Like
It was. It's been in her pocket for a while.
No, it's 1 egg white, 18 almonds,
real warm
and
and
half a
soft.
date.
You put it in your
Okay.
pocket at the beginning of a run, and by the end of the run, you got butter. All right, so
I did go for a run.
700 episodes. We have some fun things to do for 700 episodes.
Oh, we do. Okay.
We have
First thing up is we're canceling the podcast.
a special email.
Ooh, are we gonna read it on the air?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Is it 700 words?
No. We have a special announcement, which I don't know how long I should wait to announce.
Here's the special announcement. We're Webisode 700.
We did it.
Podcast.
Well, why don't we start something off, or why don't we start the podcast off with hello, Minowar and ZX Billy.
700 new segment goals
Are they cool?
How about one new segment? Cool.
times 700.
Go Nintendo podcast.
Where
New
do we
segment.
find it?
Cool.
Segment. New segment.
New segment.
It's in the chat, but I'll send it to you.
Is it on the link? Or the post that you made?
It is on the post on GoNintendo.com.
Oh.
Have you
this
been
one.
there?
So I
Should I
don't
click
need to
that
send it to you then. That is the one.
What the?
What's
I'm
that?
going to need it so I can describe it.
I think he's oh.
Yes, you will see it in. Well, show it to my brain, please, so she can.
May I?
It's probably a golf game.
Yeah, you can. It's my battery. It might dim because my battery.
All right, so here's the deal. What we've got.
By the way, this icon was sent in by Donut Muffin. He sent me a whole
I
bunch
had a
of
feeling it was coming from Donut Muffin.
prepared new segment cool icons. So I grabbed one for today. Hello, Nintrav. Thanks for joining us. So Donut Muffin, thank you very much. I am using one of your icons today.
So the first thing that comes to mind for me, for whatever reason, is the little prince when I look at this. Yeah. So it seems to be a princess
Hi, I'll tell Blake.
standing in a grassy area with a night sky in the background, although it could just be that she's literally standing on like a grassy planet, you know, just on top of a planet, big round planet.
You tell me.
And she's got a crown on her head, a tiny little crown. She's in a blue gown with a green vest, and it's belted with a brown belt. And she's holding a flag, a yellow or gold flag that's like a banner with nothing on it. And it's kind of waving in the wind, or not wind, as the case may be. And she's winking, if that makes a difference. And she has blue eyes.
Very nicely
Blonde
done.
hair.
Blue eye.
Is it
You don't know
blonde
what the
hair?
other eye is.
I said that's blonde.
Let me see it again.
Well, I mean, that's your phone. You take it.
I kind of thought that was like reddish hair.
I'll give you a strawberry blonde on it,
Yeah.
but pretty much blonde. Any ideas?
I'm guessing it's some kind of golfing game. I'm gonna call it
Ooh!
Royal Nighttime Golfing.
It sounds like you just hit the nail. You hit the tee on the head.
Yeah,
Tee
That's-
on the ball.
I'm most curious about what that flag is for, or banner. Whatever it
I'm going
is.
to guess the part of the title is on the banner, which is why it's blank.
Oh, you're probably right. I didn't even think of that. Miguel?
I just figured it was a Scottish woman or Irish, I guess, who traveled into space and became queen of
The Harpies?
a green planet of sorts.
Queen of the Green Planet.
Maybe
That's
that's
it.
what it's called.
That's what I was getting at. So that's your guess. I like
golf.
It's an interesting theory.
I like your nighttime golf idea. This
Royal Nighttime Golf.
yeah, sorry. This
She clearly has a crown.
Irish Scottish traveling to outer space to claim a green planet just because it's green. Really?
Well, it's just got a lot of grass on it. There.
Racist.
She was
Maybe-
lucky to find a planet that had life or could sustain life. Happy for her. And I mean, it's clearly a golfing planet.
Thank you, Fro. I will read that comment in a second. Well, let me tell you. The wicked queen of the trolls has returned from banishment. Using her evil magic, she has kidnapped the princess of the gnomes
Oh.
and taken her to a distant kingdom. In those lands, None know the power of the magical gardens. The gnomish people who live there have suffered long at the hands of the queen of the trolls and her subjects. The princess decides to help her brothers and sisters return the power of the magic trees in Gnome's Garden 2.
So
You get none of that from the icon.
you were close though. It's the queen of the trolls, but not the queen of the harpies.
Yes.
So wait, that's the terrible queen of the trolls, or
I'm guessing that's the princess that decides to help her brothers and
I
sisters.
would hope so,
Yeah.
because she's got a charming smile.
But
Although
She doesn't
terrible
look that evil.
queens might look charming on the outside.
There you go.
doesn't say terrible.
It's an
It
important.
says
lesson.
wicked.
Wicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not
Hello, Spectre Bazaar.
a little bracelet or something. Huh?
So again, thank you to Donut Muffin for that icon. We have many more to do, but I just want to do one today.
Sorry, what was the name of the game? Queen of the Troll?
That's it. Queen of Troll Planet. You got it.
What? No, what was it?
Gnome's Garden 2.
Gnomes.
Romeo and Juliet.
Sherlock. No.
Sherlock Gnomes.
Isn't there a third one coming out?
God, is there?
That's a thing.
You don't know me.
Both of the things that they said are real things, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fro 5000 says, Happy 700 RMC and crew. I've been listening since I was in middle school.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Lord.
Here's to 700
So
more.
sorry.
Hello, Agent
I'm
Iron
glad you
Cat.
made it out alive.
Wait, well,
Hey, Fro, how old are you now?
yeah, we don't know.
I'm 6
yeah,
It's
years
my
old.
second year of middle school.
Okay, so we have that. We also have something else.
Some else.
For reference,
We have from this is Bygones. It's really Guy Bonds, but he's making a joke of when I made that mistake. Or as I pronounce it correctly now, Guy Bones.
You said let Guy Bonds be bygones.
Yes. He sent an email and he says, Great job to you and the crew on making it to podcast 700, the Sylveon podcast. Or he says, the Sylveon Spectacular.
Ooh.
Here are a couple of clips and descriptions from past podcasts in which the crew predicts something that would later actually happen. Podcasting the future, if you will. So he says, I need
Careful, you're gonna knock the camera over.
I need a little dingly do. Thank you.
that man, we guys speak the same language. I mean, that's the only thing plugged into it.
Well, when we're off camera, the dingly do is episode 472, which aired August 31st, 2014.
I remember.
Well, then I'll skip.
Like it was yesterday.
Lube seems to think Bayonetta would be a good fit for Smash Brothers and asks if she will be included. He is quickly ribbed for such an idea. She would later be announced for Smash Brothers on December 15th, 2015.
Oh, yeah.
And we have that segment.
Was that?
So obviously you can use these in Smash Brothers. So get excited.
Obviously.
Bayonetta 2 got an official release date.
What?
Coming out.
Bayonetta gonna be in Smash Brothers?
No.
Why not?
No, just not.
Are you stupid?
You're stupid. Wow, Lube was right about something.
I was
That
just-
is
I was
weird.
just
He
being
should work on The Simpsons.
I believed in him the whole time.
Episode 557, which aired April 17th, 2016. Romy and crew discuss rumors of a live-action Pokemon movie. Mr. Mime is the first Pokemon that comes to RMC's mind when thinking of creepy live-action Pokemon. Mr. Mime is later showcased in the November 2018 trailer. And that accompanying segment.
Some of those Pokemon would be kind of creepy.
Mr. Mime would be very creepy.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of them would be very
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, what's this gonna be rated?
R, most likely.
It's a hard R.
There you go. Hard R. It's a hard R. There you go. I have another one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. If you want the latest breaking Nintendo news before Nintendo even announces it, listen to this
Or
podcast.
maybe somebody at Nintendo, someone who's
Listen
pulling the
to this.
strings over there.
Episode 601, which aired February 19th, 2017, talking about Switch rumors. And out of nowhere, R-Type brings up his hopes of playing the NES game Ice Hockey online. At this time, online play was confirmed for classic games, but only a couple games were announced, and Super Nintendo games were still thought to be coming for sure. R-Type's dreams came true when they announced the full list of 20 NES games that would debut with the service on August 13th, 2018.
Baby!
Question. So, can I play
the original ice hockey online.
That is the only game you care about. Will Nintendo release it
Right now.
Can you play it right now?
No. I want you to qualify your hurtful statement.
I cannot. I cannot.
I want to play Breath of the Wild real hard.
But when that gets too intense, I want to break with ice hockey.
And that has nothing to do with Zelda.
I actually played this one online, and I'm not a big sports fan, but it was like one of the first ones I tested out online. Thank you to Guy Bones for sending that in. I appreciate it. So yes, we have the latest breaking information on this podcast.
Like
I had
way
no
back,
idea we were so pressed.
way back in like early days.
Early.
We made some speculative choices or whatever, and you know, we came up with some
Hopeful statements.
crazy things, and they turned out to be true.
Yeah, we're good. We're the best, actually. I think we're the best.
Yeah, we should be like super analysts.
Mark says maybe Sakurai is watching.
Yes, it is.
I'm the best.
Under here.
There you go. Now, well, like I said, we have a special announcement. Should I do it now?
Keep teasing it so people have to listen to the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Coming up at 11.
that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't like doing that.
You know,
Hello, Rockets.
Always
You
like
won't
super
believe what
frustrating.
happens next.
Like as far as clickbait, that was happening decades ago. For
Yeah,
like,
you
the
just
news.
didn't click on it.
It's like all night long you'd get commercials for like coming
It's
up
gonna
at
kill
11.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coming
this
up at 11.
food could
Why
kill
this
you.
food that's in everybody's pantry
Yeah.
is killing you.
Oh yeah, the evening news they totally.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you now. Because I can't really tell you all of it, but I can prepare you for it.
Your special announcement's a cliffhanger.
It's an announcement of an
Prepare
announcement.
yourself.
Oh come on,
On Thursday,
Thursday.
January 17th, nighttime. I don't know what time yet, but nighttime.
New Jersey time.
Oh, I know what this is.
New Jersey time night.
Yes.
You're gonna go see Glass in the movie theater.
That comes out the 18th.
Midnight. 17th
It would-
into the 18th.
It would
Well,
still
that's
be.
I know. On
I've heard
one
it's
thing-
not good.
One thing I saw, I saw it as the release date is the 17th.
Okay, well then never mind. Announcement canceled. I'm going to see Glass.
That was the announcement. What's your announcement?
Thursday, January 17th, sometime at night,
Nighttime.
we have a special announcement from our friends at Super Rare Games. Super Rare Games are the, I guess you would call it, boutique publisher of Switch eShop games. They bring them to retail. We will be exclusively announcing a Switch eShop game that is going to get a retail release through Super Rare Games. There will be 3,000 copies available. That's it. So you will have to come to GoNintendo on the 17th at night. I'll tweet out the time or something on the 17th earlier in the day. And you'll find out what game it is. Now, I don't want everybody going crazy. It's not like some, mind-boggling brand new announcement. This is a game you know exists, obviously. But it is going to get a retail release through Super Rare Games.
It's a vintage. They release vintage games, or like
I never said that once.
they release
Switch eShop games that are only digital.
eShop. Okay, that was what you meant.
So it's a game on the Switch
Switch
eShop. You can get it
eShop,
right
but
now,
not- Okay.
but they are going to give you a physical version of that game. Any guesses since we're so good at predicting things?
I mean, are we allowed to guess it?
Is
We can guess
it
it.
first party?
It's not a first party,
Is
no.
Is it licensed?
No, it's an original IP.
I have two guesses:
Go ahead.
Grease
No.
or Celeste.
Celeste is already done. There's already a retail release for that.
But not in a limited 3,000.
It is a limited run, but I don't think it's 3,000. No, I think it's more than that.
One like two chances.
So thank you to Super Rare Games for giving us this exclusive reveal. I'm very excited to do that. We've worked with them in the past before. No, Guy Bones. Super Rare Games is not making one of Lube's descriptions into a game. Well, we'll talk about that at a later date, maybe.
Is the only way to pre-order or buy the game going to be through a link that you provide?
No, I mean, you can go to superraregames.com.
It's only going to be available through them.
Yeah. They have the exclusive retail release of this game. They are publishing it. They are putting it together. It is not Tetris. It is not Toe Jam and Earl.
Why would you buy Tetris? Do you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
You can. You can.
Whoa, what a deal.
All the Tetris you want for free. I mean, it's no, it's not Vroom in the night sky. I don't think that's going to get a retail release. I mean, yeah, all you have to do is go through the eShop and look at the 1,300 plus games there. Subtract the ones that are already offered at retail, and then maybe you could guess. Sarah says, I once offered to buy Nikki Hill's mustache. Still waiting.
Is that true?
That's what he's saying.
How would I get it off?
You shave it off. What do you mean?
Just send him a bag of hair?
You like mustache wax and glue it up before you shave it, and then you shave it off, comes off in one piece. Put it in a little envelope and send it to him.
And then guess what? And then the cops come banging down my door because they found my mustache at a murder scene.
I got you, Retro as well. As long as you take off the little,
it was a setup. I tell you.
You know,
my name tag?
the whatever it's called.
My DNA?
Yeah, the little root.
Oh, the root.
If you have just the hair part, you're cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have
Interesting.
So I have to
Now that I know.
wax or mustache glue up my face, shave it off, and then cut off every individual little follicle or root.
I mean, you could do it.
That's all. I mean, what price are we talking about here? Because
Well,
it's taking a lot of
if
time.
he offers a price, I'll tell you what he says. Hello, M. Bison. Thanks for joining us. Yes, the M. Bison. All right. Let's do some news. There wasn't like a lot. Maybe there was. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Let me do that too.
There was news. There was like 2 pages of news. Top story news.
Is there? I was like coming out of sick. I'm still sick, but not like sick. So like during the week, I was.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My
you
volume.
really are.
There is
He's right.
I'm sorry.
You probably can't hear yourself because you're stuck.
It's okay.
you know.
I'm nasally, like I can hear that. I feel like I have to talk harder to get it out.
Can you do me a favor?
I feel like I have to talk harder.
What the hell?
Can you count to 3?
While we push on your chest.
Is that what you want? I can't do my normal high voice, so I can't do what that guy does. Let's talk about whatever. It's podcast 700. We can talk about whatever we want. I have blown my nose so much this week that I'm at a point where it's just like blood. Just blood comes out of my nose because I've been blowing it so much.
You should stop.
So I've been trying to stop, but like my nose is like clear now, but to the point that it's so clear that it hurts. You know how you have a really, really
Because
stuffy
you
nose for a
burnt
very
the
long
inside of your
time?
nose
Yeah.
up.
And then like now I'm breathing clearly, so it's like super sensitive, and it's like going right from my nose down to like a particular tooth, and I'm like, oh god, this hurts. But that's always happened to me with colds. Like I'll blow my nose a ton, way overdo it, and then like I'm super sensitive for a couple days, so I'm like I have like a headache. It's like going like up my face to like
That's
right
your
here.
sinuses for sure.
Yeah. Gotta get rid of them things.
I don't think I've ever been completely.
ZX Billy says this is not the food segment.
I have never like been
I don't think it's
completely
hard.
clear.
What?
Like my sinuses have never been completely clear.
Yeah,
It's
I feel the
always been,
same way.
There's
It
always
feels like
been some pressure or something.
It always feels like my left ear is clogged.
They do, Rachel. Rachel says, doesn't Alka-Seltzer make cold meds? Yes, they do. I don't know that I've ever used their cold thing, though.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you take Alka-Seltzer for
Yeah.
Every day.
I remember
Pretty
that.
good. Yeah,
That's not true, but
it's not that far off.
they say like
like
4
every other
super
day.
doses of
Super doses.
aspirin
Acetylphenidine kind of.
is too much.
And how many super doses is?
I mean, it's called a super dose.
One.
It can't be that bad.
Yeah, one. Anyway, I think I took like the orange or cherry. No, I took cherry. That's what it was because cherry Alka-Seltzer, and I was like, why would they flavor cherry? Like it's like it was like salty cherry, and it was so disgusting.
God, yeah, whenever I taste like cherry flavor, it always, no matter what it is, it always reminds me of drinking like children's Tylenol, which makes me want to.
Well, I've been taking was it NyQuil? Dayquil? Oh my god!
Have you been mixing NyQuil and Dayquil?
No.
That's dangerous.
Just the
1 and 1.
the chills you get from just the smell alone is like, oh,
Chills, like if you're so in love.
no. Do you
No,
know?
the bad
Am
kind
I
of
the only
chills.
one that gets this? Be
Your
serious.
heart goes aflutter.
That used to happen to me when I did shots of like gross stuff.
Are you-
I'd get a
are-
chill.
No one else here gets that chill.
Robitussin does it to me.
Chill.
Oh, when you kind of like, it's like when you start feeling nauseous, I guess.
As a little kid, my mother used to give me Vicks 44 as like a cough medicine.
44.
Yeah. And there's just
It
nothing
happened right
good about
away.
it.
It happened right away.
Oh, you should
Just
have done
smell
in
it.
front of the camera.
Here, you
I want to do it. I want to do it.
Today on Podcast 700, let's get
It's a
high
chocolate cake.
on Dayquil fumes.
I just have to smell it, right?
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. If you're that
Yeah.
long.
I mean, it doesn't smell great, but
I think I smell it and it automatically makes me think
Oh, it
of
makes
the
you-
taste.
yeah, I'm thinking about it right now, but I'm not shuddering.
It just changed on me.
Oh man, they still make
Give
it.
it a minute, give it a minute.
They still make Vicks
Vicks
44.
44, yeah.
Also, the consistency bothers me because it's like too
Syrup.
thick.
Yeah.
I just don't know the chill.
It's like the taste sensation. Ugh. Kim says we want to smell too.
You know they do Keurig Theraflu Keurigs now, like Keurig cups.
Oh no.
Which really doesn't. That's all it is. It's a packet of like powder anyway. So
Ralph says Vicks. That's Mom Rain's stuff.
Vicks.
You love Vicks.
I love.
Vicks.
Eats it by the handful.
Oh,
So as a little kid, if I was sick, I would get Vicks like rubbed on my chest, and then
Yeah.
the bottom, like the cut off bottom of an old T-shirt, like an old white T-shirt,
Yeah.
like an infinity scarf, like wrapped around to keep my chest
Oh,
warm
okay.
and like bring the smell up.
That's very nice.
Look, it makes you feel loved and better.
yeah, you're not supposed to put that stuff like on or in your nose,
Yeah.
but
Although they make that little like inhaler thing, that's like it's like a chapstick container, and inside is like a little hunk, like a hard, I think, hunk of Vicks, and then there's like holes in the top and maybe
It's
some
like
holes in the
smelling
bottom. So you put it
salts?
up your nose and you like, and it's really.
I
nice.
just what are smelling salts?
ammonia.
Like I know what they do,
they're made
but
of like ammonia or something.
because I was just watching like two hockey players, and they had the camera on them at a game, and like the one guy is sitting there and he's like takes the thing off and he smells it, and he's like, and he looks over at his friend and he like puts it up to his friend, so his friend takes a sip and he's like, oh!
I don't know why
And they
would-
both keep doing it back and forth to each
I don't
other.
know why they would do that.
And they
but
made
if
out.
you're like, if somebody gets knocked, is it knocked unconscious or knocked out?
Yeah.
You hold that. And
Hello, video game guru.
wakes you up.
I want to say a special thank you to Donut Muffin again for our special banner on the site. There is a mobile version of that banner to celebrate the launch
Yeah, I saw
of
that banner.
New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, but he changed it to New Super GoNintendo U Deluxe, and has a milk carton with Buckenberry on it, because we did believe that Buckenberry was missing,
Oh,
but now we know he is not missing. He is in the games.
that's right. Oh, speaking of Buckenberry, I just saw a headline today for Nintendo Life, I think.
Yeah.
Is the publication,
Yes,
and they referred to Buckenberry as Blue Toad.
I know.
Why
I know.
don't they call him Buckenberry?
I think there
That's an
a lot of
unofficial-
outlets don't call them Buckenberry and a la Gold because it's quote unquote not the official names.
It's not.
But
They're not official.
if you're, I think they're worried about alienating people by saying their real names because people be like, who the hell are these two? But their names are Buckenberry and a la Gold, as deemed by Nintendo's localization
That's the
team.
name.
Yeah,
they
so
gave
it
them when
should
they
be
were
a- but-
in-house testing.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
that's
make
their
it-
names.
Wouldn't that make it official though? If it's
the localization team gave them those names, and that's what they call them. So,
but that's like a nickname. Like, we're not telling everyone to call Kirby Lumpy Dum Dums because we call him that.
we are.
What have you ever called me?
Nintendo Life is not wrong, but
Okay.
a la Golden Buckenberry is not wrong either. So.
I just read that headline. I was like, that's Buckenberry.
Yeah, right there. I'm friends with them over there. I'll make sure I send a stern email to them.
It's not like a cult following, but like Buckenberry and Oligold are like.
Let's just say Buckenberry and Oligold are
inside.
names for the real fans.
The inside of
Sure,
fans.
right.
The fans who are on the inside of the information.
I'm the best.
That's right. That's just regular Toad, who doesn't have a name. Let's name him.
Toad.
Red Toad. What could be his name? Well,
Road.
we have Buckenberry. How about Cherryberry?
Red Road.
Cherryberry. Cherryberries.
Berries.
All right, let's do top stories.
Oh, boy.
The official Bravely default Twitter account has basically said that they're working on a new game. They just haven't said what, but I'm guessing Bravely something. We've had Bravely default and Bravely second, so maybe Bravely third or some other word for third. I don't know. Bravely 3, Bravely triple. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it'll probably sound stupid.
But they did say they are working on something new. We don't know the platform. We don't know the genre. We don't know anything about it, but they did confirm work is underway on something. Bravely Default and Bravely Second were both on 3DS. It is so far a Nintendo-only franchise. We will see what happens from here on out. Fanders suggest that we call Red Toad Blood Mushy. That's it.
Gross.
Buckenberry, Oligold, and Blood Mushy.
Blood Mushy.
MeReal says, oh, this is definitely coming to Switch. No question. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense because the Nintendo audience really knows about the Bravely games, whereas PS4 and Xbox One players don't really. I'm sure they know about it, but you can only play it on 3DS. So, yeah, so it makes sense to come to the Switch. We have an interesting story with a follow-up now on Gris, or as I'm supposed to say, Grease. Grease features some imagery. Nikki Hill, you can speak to this in-game that is, it's a statue, but there is nudity, but not like anything
Not
overtly
nudity,
sexual.
Statue.
There's some bosom at some point.
No nipple.
I know, but
Little side boob.
Side boob, I guess?
Side boob
no,
action.
there's head-on boob.
Okay. But no nipple.
Not the giant
Interesting.
Grease,
I don't remember.
but other ones.
Yeah, but they're statues.
They are statues, yes.
Yeah, you can't
So
bang
that's
a
the same as
statue.
A statue.
Like Barbie. Barbie has boobs but no nipples. I guess she's not plastered around naked.
Well, not anymore, because what's-her-face is going to be Barbie in the movie, so she's got nipples as far as I know.
Margot Robbie or something.
There you go.
In the movie.
They're making a Barbie
She
movie.
does kind of look
Like
like,
she's
a
going
Barbie.
to play Barbie, or is it like the history of Barbie?
She's going to play.
She is going to be Barbie.
Oh, she's not going to play Skipper.
No, she is Barbie.
Barbie's twin
She's not
or
gonna play
little
Midge.
sister.
Who's Midge?
Is there a Midge?
Yeah, there was a Midge.
Yeah, I think so.
She's like, oh,
Skipper.
she,
I remember Skipper.
Midge was a brunette, I think, with like freckles.
Yeah,
Oh, is this
yeah.
from like the early, mid 20th
Like
century
80s.
or something? Oh, the 80s. Okay.
I gotta look her
I
up.
didn't even know about Midge.
Maybe older.
Well, anyway,
Eat it, Midge.
Grease, like Barbie, doesn't have nipples, but
I don't remember because I wasn't like looking at all that. TV.
Uh-huh.
yes, Aloe Wolf, we're supposed to say Grease, according to the developers. The publisher, Devolver Digital, tried to get a launch trailer for the game on Facebook to promote it, as an advertisement that would pop up on people's walls.
That's why it was flagged.
And it was flagged for suggestive content. And Devolver Digital went through the trailer and they're like, what are they talking about? And they selected the only possible image that Facebook could have objected to and showcased it. And you don't see even like side boob or anything. Obviously, the statue is naked, but you don't see like boob at all. And Devolver Digital was saying like, this is, well, I'll tell you what they said. Stephanie Tinsley, who represents Devolver Digital, said this: This is really stupid. We appealed, and Facebook said the appeal was rejected based on the grounds that Facebook does not allow nudity. First of all, she's a statue, and second, absolutely no nudity is shown in that photo, nor is this what any reasonable person would consider sexualized content. That is certainly true. And I was very surprised at the time. And I was wondering if there was something else that was going on, but Devolver Digital said they tried to appeal, it got turned down. That's the end of it, or so we thought.
Let you do that.
So later on in the week, Facebook actually responded to this by saying, we weren't objecting to the imagery in the trailer. What we were objecting to was a link at the end of the trailer. The link was for Devolver Digital's Instagram page or account.
Maybe that's why.
What? Is that on their Instagram?
Yeah.
And they were saying the Instagram account had some suggestive content on it. Now that is true. Nikki Hill just showed us an image that we can't show
that to be the case
on the podcast. Also, I saw one of somebody's butt. Hello, feeling fine. Thank you very much.
Hope the GoNintendo crew is feeling fine.
So, they were saying that's the reason. And if that's the reason, okay, I understand it. That means Devolver Digital could just remove the link at the end of the trailer and they'd be good to go. I don't know if they're going to do that. But the other thing is, apparently Facebook didn't bother to explain that at all through the initial shooting down of the ad and then the subsequent appeal denial. Like, why not just say, we're not allowing the content because of your Instagram link? Instead, they just left it open, which caused a whole bunch of confusion.
And they just gotta drop it and move on.
Hello, Witchplay Cat Necro. Well, yeah, but now they spent more time because they had to come back and explain it again.
It's because somebody was a little too pushy.
A little
too pushy.
Too
pushy.
But
Did you say pushy?
yeah, so now we can see what's going to happen. I don't know if they feel like they need to put the advert out there now because, as we know, the game was already profitable after its first week. Hello, G-Man Sir. G-Man Sir here? Oh, yeah. G-Man Sir said hello to himself.
Oh,
And got me to say hello to him by saying that.
that's weird.
Because I saw someone saying hello to G-Man Sir. I was like, let me find G-Man Sir. And G-Man Sir said it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But the whole situation was just a bit silly. Moving on, Capcom has announced a new port for the Switch. They've announced that.
God, the one on the left. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Well,
Please don't show me anymore, Nikki.
is that for genital jousting?
What?
Oh,
Was that a game?
Yeah.
My genitals can't joust, and I feel left
If you
out.
believe in yourself, you can.
Yeah, you don't really see a lot of pointy vaginas.
Anything can be a genital if you put your mind to it.
What?
And I guess if you had some really good pelvic floor control, you could hold on to something and joust with it.
There you go. Capcom has announced that Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, or Arisen, is coming to...
Dark Metamorphosis!
Dragon's Dogma, Dark Metamorphosis, is coming to the Switch on April 23rd. This game was very highly praised when it first came out.
Was it?
Hello, Steel Diver. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
And then
wait.
they did a re-release that was even more praised.
Okay, yeah. Aren't there like how many games are? It's a series, right?
I think it's just that one.
Is it?
And like a remake with some updates and twists.
Okay. Maybe it was the remake because I seem to remember like maybe it was the original game getting like mediocre scores.
I honestly don't remember. I went to look at review scores because I didn't know too much about the game, and they were good. So maybe I was just looking at the reviews for Dark Arisen, which came out on PS4 and Xbox One, and not the reviews of the original. But yes, it is coming to Switch. So it's good to see Capcom doing something else for the Switch, even if it is a port. We'd like some new stuff, which I'm sure they have in the works as well. I mean, we got Mega Man 11 from them. Not that that was Switch exclusive. But yes, this will fill a nice void on the Switch. We are not reading that.
Oh.
Philo says, I've heard a lot of praise for this game. Is this a bit exciting to have on the Switch? Oh, well, it seems like people are excited. Answered questions guy says, what did I walk into? Anything can be a genital? Pelvic strength?
Pelvic floor.
Yeah,
It's
pelvic floor, I understand.
it's just, you know, our usual
I spent over
podcast.
30
I have no
years.
idea what you're talking
I've
about.
spent
Anything
over
could be
30 years trying to be the best person I can, trying to be a good genital. Sorry, genital man?
Yeah.
What's the term?
You're a genital man?
Is that the joke?
Me, I'm a
I
genital
may
man.
not be a genital man, but I am a genital man. Oh, where did I just see that guy? God, that guy's so good. I may not be a gentleman, but I am a gentleman.
Oh, right. Whiskey.
Whiskey?
Matt Berry.
I don't know why that UK calendar thing is a top story. I did not make it a top story. Yoshiller did, but it's not meant to be a top story, so we're passing on. I'm telling you, Nikki. Monster
I
Boy.
haven't looked at your,
I'm not even looked at your page.
I know, looked at your website for a while.
Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom. Came out on the Switch not that long ago.
I was just going to say.
And other platforms. But while we already knew the game was successful for FDG Entertainment, they've detailed, hello, Matt Fish, they've detailed just how successful it's been on the Switch. This is crazy. The Switch version of the game is outselling all other versions by a ratio of 8 to 1. 8 to 1. Can you believe that?
No.
Wow!
Can I just turn the
Incredible!
light on in here?
You are right, announcer. Oh, we have a light in here. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Shut
we-
your eyes!
Hey!
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
I mean, I
this is
have.
what happens when you have 3 high-test Costco brand, like, spotlights.
This is what happens when you buy lights. They light up the room.
This is what Rami wants.
No, she's right. These are way too bright.
They're painful.
Your
They like hurt my head.
words are painful.
Well, I don't mean for them to be.
I'm sorry if I like a light that's bright. I don't think that's a crazy thing.
I don't either. I just,
For a man to have a light that's bright.
Well, plus I'm like up late at night and I have to like sit in the dark because
And I love to see every fiber of the carpet.
yeah, right.
See every room all at once.
The darker it is, the less we have to vacuum.
The dark what?
Oh, sorry.
What? What's that?
Dark metamorphosis!
Thank you, Alucard. Did you know Alucard is Dracula backwards?
Oh, wow. Oh, did you know
Oh, man.
Pokemon stands for Pocket Monsters? No, it doesn't stand for it. It means Pocket Monsters.
Anyway, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom,
Was
killing
that a
it
portmanteau?
on the Switch.
I guess.
Drew, no.
Yes.
Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
Sort of.
Drew says third parties are going to become indies if they don't start keeping pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't the company that made that an indie company?
Depends on how you depends on how you look at it. Because I mean, when that game originally came out a bazillion years ago, that was not an indie game. So as a company that remakes a game that wasn't made by an indie developer, does that make the game an indie game? And does that make the developer an indie developer?
I don't know.
I don't
That's a good
know.
question.
Thank you, Dr. Wiley. I can always count on you to back me up. Dr. Wiley, why does Mega Man have a boy's voice?
That's a good question.
I should point out, I think that's actually Dr. Light. And not Dr.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Oh, well. Dr. Light.
No, we don't have to do it again.
That question still stands.
Oh, sure.
You were going to say something, Nikki? That's a good question.
I don't remember. Oh, I was just gonna say all indie developers are third-party developers, but not all third-party developers are indie companies.
I guess. G-Man, sir, what the hell are you asking about? Yoshi's Crafted World
That's the best news of the week.
got a release date.
IMO.
It is coming out March 29th, 2019.
In my opinion.
So not far out at all, which is fantastic. And they released a new story trailer alongside it. This game looks so good. It looks fantastic. It's, you know, like a spiritual successor to Yoshi's
Woolly World.
Woolly World, except a bit of a different look and a brand new mechanic.
I wish they could have been a little bit more creative with the title.
Yoshi's Woolly World,
Like-
Yoshi's Craft. They wanted to be part of the World Series.
Like Kirby gets the what was that? What was the clay
Epic
one?
Yarn.
Yeah, but what was the clay one? Rainbow Curse.
Epic
Canvas
Clay.
Curse?
On the Wii U.
Was it the Wii U? No, it was the Wii.
What?
It was the Wii. The clay one. One where Kirby's clay.
I thought it was Wii U.
I don't know. Whatever it was. What was the name of the clay one?
Now you get me so confused. Kirby.
I'm sure somebody's gonna say it before I.
Gee,
Shut up, Wayne.
here.
Oh man, Kirby. Somebody in the chat, please help us out.
Before I get to it. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Fanders.
So the Rainbow Curse, Epic Yarn, and then Yoshi's Woolly World. It's fine with Woolly World, and now we're just Yoshi's Crafted World. Come on now.
God damn it! Well, it was like, yes, G-Man, sir, I always will. What if it was like Yoshi's Crafted Planet?
I would have been more understanding of that, or crafted, you know, or like Cardboard Playground or something like that.
Kind of like that name.
You know,
I do like that name. Something that talks about the style and the main mechanics. So like Yoshi's flipping cardboard. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But yes, that's coming out March 29th. So that's really exciting. A lot of people were worried that game was going through some development hell, and it might have, but obviously it got back on track quickly. The Destructo 94 says, no, Kendrick Lamario has a top-rated comment, and he says, I wish Nintendo would push for more 3D platformers outside of Mario. This looks lovely, but it'd be so much more exciting if it were a fully 3D world to explore that had this art style. Same goes with Kirby and Donkey Kong. I'd love to run around in these worlds, Odyssey style, with those characters. You know? Agree to disagree, my friend.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
I
Hi,
think-
Mark D. Payne. Thank you.
I personally think it's better to be 2D in this because it's the front and back.
Well, see, like I talked, yeah, that mechanic in particular, I think.
Jeez.
Oh, that's me. Oh my God, works better for 2D.
Phone
Works
is
better for
vibrating
that
11.
mechanic. So when I was talking about Mario a couple weeks ago, I said that I actually prefer Super Mario 3D World to Super Mario Odyssey, and a lot of people were like, "What? You're disgusting!"
What was
But
3D World? That was the one on the 3D
Wii U.
Die, monster.
That's what they said.
3D
Oh,
Land, 3DS,
Land.
3D
Oh,
World,
God,
Wii U.
those names.
Cat Mario is
3D Land.
3D World.
Oh.
Oh.
And wait, which one did you like again?
Well, I like them both, but I like 3D. It's Super Mario 3D World better than Super Mario Odyssey. Hello, Tony.
3D World, was that that was on the Wii U?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember these games. I haven't.
That was Cat Mario.
On the Wii U? I thought Cat Mario was on the 3DS.
Nope.
I know you just said it, but like it's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, Cat Mario was on the Wii U and Super Mario 3D World.
I didn't play any of these games. I played 3D World.
But I prefer Super Mario Galaxy 1 or 2 to Super Mario 3D World. So what basically I like is a 3D Mario that's not open world and is like done kind of in Super Mario 64 style, where you have one particular mission that you go into to do.
Right.
So like Super Mario Galaxy is like that. You have an overall world that you go in and do like 8 different things in. And Super Mario Odyssey is one big world where you just run around and grab stuff all at the same time. I like when the experiences are tailor-made for each run. And there is some of that in Odyssey, but I think Galaxy's the better game. Galaxy 1 or 2. I don't think Odyssey is a bad game. I just don't prefer it. I just don't prefer it.
Oh,
Jeez.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has hit 2 million units sold in Japan alone.
Mario Kart 8. That's the one that came after 7, right?
Yes, that's it. Justin says, RMC's favorite portable Zelda game is Spirit Tracks. That is true. And console Zelda is Skyward Sword. Traditional Zelda Skyward Sword, yes. Justin says, some of his opinions are just
wrong.
different, and that is okay. I know my, well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. My opinions on both those Zelda games are radical, to say the least, among most fans. But I will say Breath of the Wild is one of the best, if not the best, Zelda game overall. But yes, in traditional Zelda, as far as 3D games go, I would pick Skyward Sword. Fander says Skyward Sword has great music and dungeons. Yes, and yes.
Phantom Hourglass came out before Phantom Choo Choo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Phantom Hourglass was mostly boating, right?
Well, it had boats, yeah.
That was your mode of transportation, whereas Phantom Choo Choo was choo 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 choo.
Yes.
Choo 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 choo.
But
Also known
Phantom
as-
Hourglass had that dungeon that you
Right.
had to keep going back into and going through the levels.
Yeah, to keep descending and
Oh my! I don't know why they decided
But
to do
then
that.
Spirit Tracks
it's like a
had
stealth
a
missions.
tower that you went up and you didn't have to go in through each door, but you just kept running past it.
Yeah. You skipped the stuff you did, yes.
That was an improvement. Yes.
Much improved. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
But Link riding a train is stupid.
So
Next story.
Oh, come on. Leaning out the door, right?
what's dumber, Link riding a train or Link riding a motorcycle?
Or what?
Motorcycle would probably be worse, but I mean, he hasn't done that yet.
Oh, he has.
What? Where? When?
In Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay, I haven't gotten there yet.
It's like DLC stuff.
Really?
Like official DLC?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I guess they know what they're doing.
How about riding on an enormous bird? That's weird.
No, that's cool.
How about
An airplane.
Nah, that's totally
Enormous
cool.
bird is an airplane.
It is. That's rad.
I mean, nothing is as cool as turning into a wolf. Like everybody wants to be a werewolf.
G-Man, sir, my relation to them is they followed me on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter.
Again, 2 million units sold alone in Japan for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That game is just selling on and on and on like crazy. Gloop says, if this game
is a great name.
if this game doesn't get more DLC, then I'm willing to bet we'll get some kind of spin-off. I just can't see them making another Mario Kart in Switch at this point. Who would even want to buy it after already going for this game? Lots of people, probably. Lots of people. We're not talking about Buckenberry because we already talked about Buckenberry.
You know what I've been wondering though? How many Switch units have been sold in France?
Oh, well, let me tell you.
I'm glad you.
I have that information. In France, 2 million units of the Switch have been sold. That's France alone.
Wow.
And 1.1 million of those units were sold in 2018. In the final weeks of 2018, the Switch was moving more than 100,000 units a week. Switch is the best-selling console 2018 in France. And if you want to know how the 3DS is doing, it sold another 254,000 units in 2018. Half of France's 10 best-selling games of 2018 were Nintendo titles.
What were the other ones?
Mario Kart, not Nintendo title. The titles include Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Party, Pokemon Let's Go, Super Mario Odyssey, and Smash Bros. Ultimate. And all of the games I just mentioned, at the very least, sold 400,000 copies, and that's not counted digital. But they all sold more than that. That's just the lowest amount. So, as I often say, UK is PlayStation territory, France is Nintendo territory. Autumnal Blake says 3% of the population owns a Switch. That's pretty amazing, considering households are only likely to own one. Not this household, baby. One that's played and one that's neglected.
Yeah, baby.
Switches, you mean?
You know,
Pull it out
You
your
can't
ass.
say neglected. And let's not try to guilt people for not having the time to play games.
Oh, she's got the time.
oh, really? Does she? Mm.
She? Are we talking about you? Chris?
Towing the line around here.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
have time to play
if she
games.
stopped sleeping, she'd have plenty of time. Is that
Yeah,
what
or
you're
all
saying?
that-
Right.
all
If I
those
stopped
running
sleeping,
hours.
or getting up to run. in the
No,
morning.
no. What did you watch last night?
Annihilation.
No, I'll let that slide.
Murder She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. That could
know
have been
what?
time to play the Switch.
That-
1 o'clock
that
in
is
the
enough.
morning is not the time to play the Switch.
On brain.
It's
This
time
is
for Jessica
2019.
Fletcher.
It is time for you to do what other people want you to do, and not do what you
Okay.
want.
All right.
I just
Good advice. That's good advice.
feel bad for your Switch. That's
Maybe
all.
I should
I let
play
it slide.
while I
What a
run.
dick.
This guy.
I'll get one of those, like Tim and Eric,
No,
that
take
you wear
my,
around your neck.
Take my
And I'll
Nintendo
just
has
play
it.
while I'm running.
Nintendo has one of those, like a thing that you wear around your neck.
180 steps per minute. Good average running cadence.
Autumnal Blake has a question about Murder, She Wrote.
I don't know if I have an answer.
Does Murder, She Wrote have a comma?
I think it does, right? Yeah.
I believe it does.
Murder, comma,
Murder, She Wrote.
Brian says yes to the comma. So.
Yeah.
Murder, She Wrote.
Well, I put it on last night, and Julie was like, "Mom, Brandon, this show sucks."
What? I can't
So
believe
we're
she'd
never
say that.
speaking again. And then she kept singing, "Murder, She Wrote."
Murder, she.
You know, the famous theme song.
Yeah.
That was like my mom's favorite show.
I mean, I'm
It was
not
on for a long
surprised.
time, so it was a lot. I know this isn't a radical idea or thought. I know other people have had this.
Uh-huh.
Jessica Fletcher is the murderer all the time. How can that lady go to so many places where somebody gets killed all the time? She doesn't go there because there's a murder. She goes there and there is a murder. Like
She's just
after like 400 episodes. Come on, man. She's the killer.
She might just be cursed or something.
Cursed.
No, murders
And
are
she,
happening
like,
all over the place.
Sits in her
She's
bedroom
just-
and she
she's
like
just a little
thinks
more
of
aware.
people and she takes those people over and they kill.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, no,
That
come
makes
on.
sense now.
I understand if she's a detective and she gets called in. Okay, then you're not the murderer. But yeah, just everywhere she goes, there's a murder. And I know she's not a detective; she's
Or-
an author.
Yeah,
She wrote.
She's an author and she's writing all these stories, and none of them are actually real.
And she's using her
Oh,
psychic
come on, she
powers
puts
to-
herself in everyone too.
Why not? Common thread to keep people.
I'm in every book, and I am also the one that figures it out every time.
Well,
If I can
No,
suggest
I
one-
have time. I have time.
It's like
If
20
I can
seasons.
suggest one episode to encapsulate the whole series, I suggest the one where Jessica Fletcher figures out the killer in a VR simulation.
Oh, I've seen the picture of her wearing the
come
VR.
on, that's
gear.
in like the 80s, probably.
It's
right?
an
So-
amazing episode. Hold on, Drake Gamer. Drake says Lansbury was in Mary Poppins Returns. She's still got it.
She does still got it.
Yeah.
And Matt Fish
110
says
years old.
Angela Lansbury has more geriatric sex than the Golden Girls.
All of them
Unfortunately,
combined.
they're
Oh, I'm sorry. He says
They
there's
all
more
have-
geriatric sex in the Golden Girls, but Jessica Fletcher
Yeah, all
has a
except
few
for Betty
flings
White.
too.
Yeah, well, why shouldn't she?
Betty White has sex in Golden Girls. Yeah, she has a. There's some
oh,
guys.
in
who-
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golden Girls was a popular show because of the graphic sex scenes.
I thought he was talking about all of the Golden Girls now, but they're all.
There's only one who's still golden. Yeah.
Ouch.
Moving on. Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age got its release date. It will be out on Switch April 30th, 2019. And that's that. All right, I'll tell you what somebody said. First comment comes from Luke, and he says, "Can't wait to play Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 10/10-2 on Switch, and they both come out on my birthday month." Well, I'm very happy for you. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Europe this week's digital releases. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Sega Ages Outrun, Cave Blazers, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, Battle Princess Madeline, Gem Crash, Neko Navy Daydream
Gem Crash.
Daydream Edition, Kazuna Encounter.
Gem Crash.
Gem Crash.
I don't know what this is. A Chi Bundle. Apocalypsis Woodworm Edition. Big Crown Showdown, Block Quest Maker, Bubble Shooter DX, Bury Me, My Love, which is an award-winning game about a Syrian refugee, Clock Simulator, which is exactly what it sounds like, Combat Core, Double Cross, Ellie or Eli, I don't know, Ethan Meteor Hunter, Inside My Radio, Everything. It's just the name of the game. Everything. Grab Lab, Hopico, Knock 'em Down Bowling, Left Right the Mansion, Light Seekers, Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, which is a Metroidvania, Snowboarding: The Next Phase, which is made by
Next generation.
some former SSX developers.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Voxel Sword, Fragment of Marine, Hive Jump, Stellar Interface, Pick-a-Pix Pieces got a demo, Retimed got a demo. Whole bunch of DLC. Wii U eShop got something, believe it or not. Azure Snake. And the same game went to the 3DS eShop. Man, still putting out Wii U games. I'd love to know what those first week sales are. My poor Wii U's in a box in the closet.
That's coughing.
Shillelagh says, or no, that's not Shillelagh, I'm sorry. Sean Snopta says, you can buy both New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U on the Wii U for less than 20 euros new. And he says, if you own a Wii U, a factor you constantly emit from your copy-paste. Oh, never mind. It's a fight. I'm not going into it.
Well, of course it's a fight. It's in the comments.
Fight.
It's on the internet.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What do we got here? I'm going to skip this one.
Okay.
Switch has hit 7 million sold in Japan alone.
Wow.
So it's 7 million in Japan, 2 million in France, 8 million in the States, and that 8 million is an older figure. So the Switch is doing pretty damn well for itself. First comment comes from Autumnal Blake, and he says, that's 5.5% of the population. With more people owning one, more people will get the chance to play it, and more people will buy it. That's the plan, my friend. Suda51, who has a game coming out for the 17th. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. He said...
Is clearly, undoubtedly, insane.
He says that Travis Touchdown himself told him to create this game.
They're migrating.
He says, I also spoke with Travis, and Travis says, wow, hold off on the number of installments, okay? I need to warm up a bit before we go into something big like this. And so I know that you love Death Drive, so how about going in that direction of games this time? And so that's how it came about. So he said, Travis was like, before we get to another numbered No More Heroes, I need to ease myself in. Let's do a spinoff, baby. And Sue was like, you got it, dude.
And then the people he told this to smiled politely.
And backed out of the room. And then he goes on to say that he would like it if Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes could become its own series. Because he's got some other ideas for that. But he'd like to do both of them.
What are his other ideas? Making money? Right?
I like that idea.
Matt Fish says Owen Wilson should be Travis Touchdown.
Wow.
I don't know about that. And then finally, Suda says there was a lot of content that was cut from Killer 7. So if given a chance, he would like to go in and make like a director's cut of Killer 7 and put all that content back in. But as far as doing a sequel, he says he doesn't really have a desire to do that because he feels like what was in the first game is what needed to be there, and the story has been told. So
I still have to play that game. I have a copy of it.
It's a good one. It's a weird one. Believe it or not.
How many hours do you think?
I don't remember.
It's a Suda game, so it's probably like 6 hours.
No, it's two. I mean, it's
This
two
game's-
discs.
this
so
games are
there's
usually
a lot
pretty
of stuff
short.
in there. Right?
Was it 2 discs?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Kendrick Lamario says, Suda's always been a bit eccentric. That Travis requested a comment. It's just him having a bit of fun. Lighten up a bit. Oh, it's a fight. A fight in the comments.
Main story.
I love it.
12 and 1 over the 2 hours. What is that? 12 and a half hours.
12 and 1 over the 2.
If you
12
did the
and
whole
1
main,
over 2 hours.
if you did the whole main game plus extras in it, there's approximately 14 hours. Completionists might spend 15 hours.
Okay. I stand corrected.
We have a double dose of Mortal Kombat rumors. So here's a fact.
I have to.
Fact. Mortal Kombat 11 is coming to the Switch. That's a fact. Another fact. This week, we're going to see the first gameplay footage of that game. We're going to get character reveals this week. And something else.
Fact. It's just all your facts aren't doing it for me.
Or
I don't remember what the other thing is.
It's the fact that I'm trying to do it
watch
for
that
you.
mackerel.
But here's our
It'll
double
get you.
rumor for the week. One of the classic Mortal Kombat characters is Sonya Blade. And rumor has it that Sonya Blade this time around will be voiced by none other than former UFC champion, current WWE champion, Ronda Rousey.
Wow.
Rumor is she will be providing the voice for Sonya Blade. Following that rumor, we're hearing that WB Animation, that's Warner Brothers Animation, is working on a Mortal Kombat movie. So an animated Mortal Kombat movie. Warner Brothers Animation is very busy. They put out a lot of stuff, usually comic book related. But Warner Brothers obviously has ties to Mortal Kombat because they're the publisher. So they are apparently working on an animated Mortal Kombat movie. And it will be starring, among other celebrities, Joel McHale.
Oh, okay.
So if you're going to guess a character for Joel McHale, the voice, you would guess Johnny Cage, right? Who else would it be?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
I can't think of another, like they're not going to make him like Nighthawk or something or whatever his name is.
no, maybe don't cast anyone as Nighthawk.
Joel McHale will be playing the
not
part of
offensive.
Goro or Shang Tsung. Yeah, and then there's other people in here. They have a whole cast of people that are, known as or have performed as voice actors in a whole bunch of other animations and games. But Joel McHale's
He's the big draw.
the big draw there.
Is this going to be like another PG-13 Mortal Kombat movie? Or are they still trying to do that?
I don't know if they're going in the PG-13 direction anymore.
Okay.
But they're still trying to make another movie. Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, like the whole
Whole
reason
point
that
of Mortal Kombat is
yeah.
the violence. Yeah.
Well, maybe not the whole point, but it's a pretty big part of the appeal.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I talked about this on a podcast or not, but my dad was around when the debut trailer for Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, you did
came
mention
out.
that, yeah.
He watched it and he was like, "Boy, this is really violent." I was like, "Well, that's the point." Vin Loria says, "Damn, that's quite the prolific cast." Yeah, if you watch a lot of animated stuff or play a lot of games, you would recognize a lot of these voice actors.
Joel McHale. I would hope he's Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah.
Johnny Cage.
Why?
I get them confused too. I get them confused with Nick Cage as well.
Because in this world that we've been living in, there's been a lot of Caucasians playing other nationalities, like what?
Ghost
Or
in the Shell.
or
Ghost
not
in the Shell.
Not even necessarily Caucasians, but different people of different nationalities playing like a caricatured version of another nationality. Like,
Did you watch the Golden
keep
Globes?
keep it genuine. Golden.
Did anyone watch the Globes?
No, I
did.
don't have
I always
television
do.
to watch it.
I don't really invite people over to watch anymore to make fun of it because it seems like people just don't want.
Well, I got other things.
You want to? Do it for Oscars.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I'm always down for the
Yes. Do I have nothing but time? Tell me how to use my.
I can't come because I'll be playing my Switch.
Switch is portable, so you can't come. During the Golden Globes, which was hosted by a guy that I don't think is funny, and an Asian woman who I don't remember her name.
Oh, it's Sandra Oh and
Yes.
Seth Meyers.
No,
Wasn't it Seth?
the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy
Yes.
Samberg.
Andy Sandy. Sandra Oh was talking about Crazy Rich Asians, which was nominated for something.
Sandra Oh.
And she said it had the best Asian representation since Scarlett Johansson's job as the Major
Ghost in the
in
Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. And they didn't show Scarlett Johansson from the crowd, but she was in the crowd. and she yelled out, "I'm so sorry," which I thought was funny.
It wasn't Scarlett Johansson
No,
that
it
yelled
wasn't.
it. It was.
It was Emma Stone,
Yeah.
right? Because they talked about her.
It was?
Yes.
I didn't
think
know
so.
that.
Yeah.
Why'd she yell it?
Because it's supposed to be
They
her.
mentioned the movie Aloha, where she played
Oh,
she was cast as a Hawaiian woman. Or
yeah.
something.
Wow. I don't like that story as much anymore.
I'm sorry. Sorry to ruin it for you.
It's all right. It's all right. Still, did anybody? Neither of you saw Ghost in the Shell, right?
No.
The look of pure disgust on your face for a second.
Well,
was great.
it wasn't getting great reviews,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just didn't care.
Yeah. All right, we're running over. I'm just gonna pick the one I want
We
to talk
spent way
about.
too much time talking about medicine and Alka-Seltzer.
Smelling medicine.
Do you have any other medicine?
Switch
that we can
sales
smell?
are outpacing the Wii in Japan. I just want to point that out. We'll say very quickly. During its 97th week in Japan, the Switch's total sales were at 7,046,000. At that same point in its lifespan, the Wii was at 6.8 million, which is
I was gonna say, I hope the Switch is outselling the Wii. The Wii's been out for
same point in its
over
lifespan
23
we're talking
years,
about.
23
The Wii wouldn't be able to beat the Switch's current sales in Japan until its 105th week. So things are going pretty well for a Switch, like I keep saying. Also, I want to talk about this story because I want Mom Brain's input seriously. And then we're done
Wait,
with news.
you
I'm
talked about
doing-
Universal?
It's a rumor. I don't want to, I want to
Comment on rumors.
feel
or
like this is an
speculation.
important one to talk about. Okay, so there's this game.
That's all I have to say.
Well, if we weren't already over an hour,
He's the one who put it in the top news section.
it did.
Can't you blame it on somebody else?
It is top news. It's just.
I'm top
Alright.
news.
Fitness boxing is a game on the Switch.
Mhm.
Fitness dick in your butt. Fitness boxing is a game on the Switch that's a exercise game.
Good God. You could have gone in your box.
That's just crass. So it's just like an exercise game where it's like, punch to the rhythm, to the song, and all that stuff.
Sure.
It was rated teen.
Mm-hmm.
It was rated teen
For some punching.
because of
Mild
suggestive themes,
Okay.
which is sexual in nature.
Okay.
When you go in to read the full ESRB rating, it gives you more details.
Yeah.
It says, all of the female characters have breast physics incorporated into their movements. Their breasts frequently jiggle and bounce in a noticeable manner during stretching and boxing routines. Now, the stretching or the bouncing and jiggling is done realistically because
Right.
these are
Well, finish.
what?
Finish.
Realism is sexual.
No, go ahead and finish.
Realistic based on a child's fantasy.
A child's
That's where we're
fantasy.
going.
Based on their bosom size.
Got it.
And we have a comment from somebody who was pointing this out. She's this is Audrey Lips. She's a Dual Shockers community manager. Dual Shockers is another website. She said, "I don't believe the game should be rated T for its jiggle physics alone. Having jiggle physics, having jiggle physics, while not entirely necessary, in my opinion, also isn't anything that is too overtly sexual. It's how a woman's body would naturally respond if they would be boxing like that in real life and in the game." So the question is, should this game have been rated teen for suggestive themes because of realistic bosom bouncing? Somebody's watching that trailer.
I don't understand.
So here's my thing.
There's no jiggle there.
I have boobs. They're not enormous or whatever, so I can't, or, completely flat. So I can't speak to everyone's experience, but I have boobs of average size. And when I do any kind of physical activity, I wear a sports bra. And the point of a sports bra is to smush your boobs and hold them tight so that they don't jiggle painfully. It's not like, oh, I don't want to be sexy, because I've a few pictures of me post half marathon where I'm not wearing liners in my sports bra and my nipples are super hard and it's real embarrassing. Que sera, sera. What are you gonna do? Whatever.
Can we talk about the game now?
Well, Yeah, why aren't these women in the game wearing sports bras?
So my
They
point
are.
being,
It looks like they are.
my point being
They're not
that
very effective,
if
apparently.
the jiggling, so like when you're wearing a sports bra, it's not so much of like it's like a whole movement of like everything is moving.
Yeah, that's
it's
what's
not
going
like
on in the game.
gratuitous
Oh.
like
Yeah. That's
jiggling
not what's
boobs,
going on
or
in
like
the game.
when you're wearing like a demi-cut bra and you can see like the boob skin
Okay.
moving
Can
around.
you tell me your point?
So my point is that as long as it's
Listen, to
actually
understand the game.
realistic sports bra boobs and it's not gratuitous, then there's nothing sexual about it. And
Yeah, and it's not gratuitous.
Yeah.
It is done realistically.
games
I've
that-
analyzed hours of footage. It is, yeah, no, it's realistic. And the girls are not wearing overtly sexual clothing. It's like
well, I mean, I don't
sports-
care what they're wearing. As long
No,
as
I don't
it's
mean
not-
it. It's not like something where like cleavage is purposeful. It's not like, girls in like fantasy games where they're
Yeah.
wearing armor that's like nipple covers
It's
and
not,
like,
Right,
that's
it's
it.
not
Right.
dead or alive.
It's like active wear.
like running in a bikini and
Yeah, it's
like,
not that,
hurt
yeah.
yourself
No.
or your nipples would fall off. So I mean, I think that's. I mean, I think it's bogus to say that that's like a. It's not a sexual thing. It's just
It's
a body
sexualizing
moving.
something. Yeah,
I
that
would say
Then
wasn't-
it seems
the
like we're all
only
in
reason I
agreement
would
then.
say it's not for everyone is A, because it's a fitness game that's I could easily see geared towards teens to adults because it's like you want to get into some sort of shape.
but that's not the job of the ESRB.
Right. But I could see them I mean they'd say
The ESRB's
violence.
job is age appropriate content.
Right. and
Like as far as
I don't think it's
violence,
appropriate. I don't
sexual
think this
content.
is necessarily appropriate for little kids. Like
Because of
see
the
women
boobs?
running?
no, because it's
moving?
like here, this is how you throw a punch or something,
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about that.
No,
It's
no.
rated T for suggestive themes, which
Yeah.
means sexual content.
I call bogus. I don't think that's
I
sexual.
don't.
at all.
Yeah, I think they're a little overcautious.
Again, as long as it's not gratuitous.
There's nothing gratuitous about it.
Women get so testy when it comes to boobs, says Matt, and says Matt Fox. Matt Fish says men get testy when it comes to scrotums. Touche.
That's a good comeback.
Oh man, that's good.
I don't think I'm being testy. I'm being honest about my experience and
Well,
what I
that's
think
why
is-
I asked.
Were you on your period or something?
Miles
No,
per
no,
hour.
actually, I'm not.
Oh, he's just joking. Miles per hour
That's
has
why I
the
used that stupid voice.
top-rated comment and says, "So does that mean real life is rated T for teen?" Yes,
I
that's
mean,
what
that's
it
what
means.
I'm saying.
I don't even see jiggling. Like the only.
I mean, I
jiggling
watched
see.
gameplay footage because Japan has
Extensive
5 different
gameplay
trailers for
footage.
each trainer. Or has a trailer for each trainer, of which there are 5. And I watched the footage, and there is boob movement, but yeah, it's just
There's also elbow
boob-
movement
the
and
boob
knee movement.
I see here is the fact that like the girl is completely. She's like bobbing up and down. Her boobs aren't moving more than what the rest of her, like her shoulders. Are moving, you know what I mean?
You know what else jiggles? Scrotums.
Really?
Oh yeah, right now.
Like when you're running?
You know, I didn't watch any of the
Probably.
male trainers. Maybe there's a little scrot swag.
Hashtag scrot swag.
Swag. I'm gonna say swag.
No, I like swag,
I like
but
scrot swag.
look at him. That's the modern day equivalent of cocksure. He's got some scrot swag.
Oh, like when I thought it was a big dick power.
All right, that's your top stories.
Oh boy.
and sack swag.
It's like
Scrot
somebody's like
swag.
pull at work.
I'm sorry.
You know, somebody's got a lot of pull at work. Somebody's in
Oh.
like a higher up position. They got a lot of sack
I hear
swag. All right, Kirby, what have you been playing?
Just more Super Nintendo games on the SNES Classic. I played through this past week. I played through Super Castlevania again,
Oh,
and
start to finish.
yeah, it was a little bit easier this time. I mean, I did use suspend points like once or twice during. I think the level that in that game that gives me the most trouble is level 8-1,
Hi, L41.
which is I think Frankenstein's level.
That is a tough one, especially that spike section towards the end,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the spike section.
where and then like the floors disappearing on top one part.
Yeah, and the part right before when you meet the Grim Reaper, when the platforms are like floating upwards, And then there are the spikes on the ceiling. For some reason, during the second playthrough, that did not give me nearly as much trouble as it did during my first playthrough. So I don't know if it was just because I was prepared for it or what. Oh, I had a question for you because I know you're a big fan of this game.
Yes, the gold level is my favorite level.
I like the gold level too, actually. But after you beat the game, there's the screen that says "Thank you for playing."
Mm-hmm.
Then you hit start, and it immediately starts you at the first level again.
Yeah.
That's not like a new game plus.
If it is, I don't know about it.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
I've never played through again, like right after that. So.
I am actually playing through again right now. Just to.
Maybe you'll fight Super Dracula.
Yeah, I was just trying to like figure out. Is this game any harder now? I can't tell.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
It probably is, and I'm probably wasting my time.
You're not wasting your time. It's a great game.
It is a great game
with a great soundtrack.
It's almost perfect. I have like one complaint. Dracula wears purple and he shoots you with pink lightning. It should be red. Like, let's be real here. And his cape should be black.
I'll allow that complaint. That's fine.
I mean, it could use some more blood, but I know that game was like heavily censored when it came out. So other than that, I played a little Final Fantasy 6 or 3, whatever. A little Yoshi's Island, a little Street Fighter 2.
Oh man, a little everything.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the most part. I'm obviously I'm enjoying my SNES Classic.
It is a good system.
It was a great gift to get for Christmas.
Nikki Hill.
Hi.
Toon Blast in it?
Toon Blast.
How's it going?
Same old. I also forgot last week to talk about how I did the that walk the plank simulator.
Oh yeah,
that was fun to watch.
That really is like a mind thing, man. That is pretty crazy how that works. Like I know I'm standing next to.
I'm kind of scared to try it now.
Standing next to some cool dudes, but and there's really no risk at all. But wow, like you don't want to fall,
Oh,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's instincts, I guess.
And then I definitely started to get sick from the motion or whatever of the putting out the fires, and somehow I broke that game.
I don't know what you did there.
The fire was right next to me, but it wasn't there because I was too effective.
That had to have been a glitch or something.
Yeah. I guess so.
I put the fire out too fast.
Too good at fires.
And
is that it?
Yeah, except for the fact that after I put that fire out and I spent 5 minutes searching, you were telling me that the fire was still there.
Well, it was. You just couldn't get to it. The game thought there was a fire there.
The game glitched.
Fire.
The game glitched, and my friend backed the algorithm rather than backing his friend.
The problem was the fire was in real life, and you wouldn't take off that damn visor to help us. Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Okay.
You do have plenty of time to play more.
You're right, Kirby. I should probably quit my job.
Yeah. Just quit your job and play Switch all day.
It's a great idea.
In fact, I'm going to do that too.
No one's
raw meat.
No!
Yes, Kirby?
Don't ask him.
How's your mom doing?
She's good, I guess.
All right.
You may speak now.
What have you been playing?
Oh, thank you. It doesn't matter. The one thing I played I can't talk about.
Damn it.
Is the only thing
I'm sorry. You don't have enough time?
you
don't have enough time to play your Switch games?
Maybe if you weren't so busy watching movies.
I told you. I've been sick. I was watching movies.
That's a perfect time when you're sick and you're laying down.
I disagree. Yeah. When I'm sick, I just want to I just want to lay there.
The only thing that affects me is if I'm sick.
Me too.
If I'm like super congested,
yeah, that's me.
Playing games gives me like vertigo or something like that.
When I'm sick, I just don't feel like
motion sick.
I don't know. I don't feel like playing.
You don't feel like sitting up.
It's too much work. Yeah.
Yes. The one game I'm playing that I can't tell you anything about is Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I'm not allowed to tell you until the 16th.
Were you even allowed to tell us the title?
It doesn't say that I can.
Probably not.
It just says I can't
Who told you
review
you
it.
can't talk about it? Was it Travis?
Or preview it. Yes, I talked to Travis himself. So yes, I've been playing that. I will tell you that I
Go
would
back.
love to talk to you about it, but I will have to wait for that.
Why you want to tell
I
us
understand.
to not buy it because it's not worth it?
I can't tell you anything.
Tell us.
I normally don't love to talk about things that I hate.
There's been a couple things.
Sometimes
Speaking of things I hate, Robert Downey Jr. I mean, like, no, we'll save it for later.
I
I'll
was
save it
thinking
for
about
later.
what you said before. Yeah.
We'll save it for questions. I do questions. Yes.
Not this year. Not after 700. And it's not about a year.
Is that true? Are you making this decision now? That's a good question.
I mean, I don't really care about what other people want to know.
Wow.
It's about what we want to know.
Well, what do you want to know? You tell us then.
I thought so.
I thought that would be the case. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Did I talk to you about the haunted highway idea?
That is GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. I don't know. It's not ringing a bell right now.
Is it like the
During
Tower
the
of Terror?
during the haunting season, like Halloween area of the year. I was thinking instead of like a haunted house, setting up in like a scary costume in the middle of a not a busy street, but in the middle of the street, and then jump out at cars to spook them.
Like an actual highway?
Yeah, like
like a back
like this one. It's not. It's like a county road.
All right. Autumnal Blake has a
That
question.
doesn't sound dangerous at all.
No.
And you should totally.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Autumnal Blake says, I've been listening back through all the podcasts, and someone had a very clever question in episode 44. What do all the cast members currently have in their pockets?
Huh.
I remember doing this
I
one.
do remember that.
I have nothing. That's it.
I just have my bill clip and
Oh.
all
Let's count it out.
the singles that would fit.
Oh, money in his left, money in his right.
Singles. Head over to the Round Valley.
In.
I got chopstick and some dollars.
Oh,
Nothing.
we got nothing. They got money.
Well, it's because we're home.
Yeah,
And they're not.
I had to drive.
Wait, what year
I like how
was
you say that like I'm an idiot. It's because we're home.
Well, I'm just saying, like
that? What year was that?
What year was that? I don't know. It was 44, the first
so It
year.
was like 100 years ago.
Oh, he didn't say it.
He said 44. Whenever we started, 13 years ago. I don't know.
I usually have like crap that I take away from the kids at school in my pockets.
I usually have some kind of snack wrapper.
Yep.
It's been in my
But don't
pockets.
worry, he never takes them out of
Like
his
some
pockets.
kind of like peanut bar or
Andy's candies,
handful
mint wrapper.
of
Gummy
Cheerios.
bears. They've been in my pockets, so they're real warm
Loose
and soft.
sprinkles.
Ooh.
That's not true.
You guys want some Jimmies from my pocket?
He said it's from 2005.
Could you imagine
Holy crap.
going and getting like an ice cream cone and being like, oh, I wanted to ask for sprinkles and be like, don't worry, here.
I got my own. Rainbow or brown? Brown chocolate.
That's, in
Well,
your
it's
back. That's
cool.
from the back pocket.
It's got like lips all over it.
I can make them brown. Hello. Hello, the Namekian clown. Oh, Lankwin says loose Flintstone vitamins. I don't know if that's a recommendation or something he's actually got.
Chewables?
What do you mean chewables? What else?
Gummies. That's what I meant, gummies.
Do they make gummy Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, don't they?
I think so.
They made like the hard chewable ones. I don't know, man.
Flintstone kids, 10 million. I wonder what that number is up to now.
And grow.
10 million strong and growing. How many?
I mean, so is there anyone at this table who didn't take a Flintstone vitamin?
I don't think I ever did.
I'm sure I did at some point.
Well, let's ask the important question.
Now, I don't think my mother ever did Flintstone vitamins because I think she thought they were like junk food. But I went to visit my cousins once.
I mean, they're not very good junk food, if that's the case.
Her mother has a hatred of Neanderthals.
That's not true. She probably gave me some weirdo, and I could swallow pills from a very young age.
They're made
So
of
like,
stone.
I probably had some weirdo vitamin.
Not eating stone vitamins. Dave, I'm
But
sorry.
my cousins had Smurf vitamins.
Ah.
I remember
Racist.
having one and being like, oh my God, these are delicious.
That's why your mom didn't want them.
I think we were fighting over who got the Gargamel. And I got
Whoever's the
whatever I
most
wanted when I was
anti-Semitic
there
gets the
because I was the
Gargamel.
girl and the guest. So I think I
Best
good ones.
Flintstone vitamin flavor. Go.
What are the
I've never had
Color. Green is the answer.
Oh, I just thought about an orange chewable
I
vitamin
can
and it
taste
made the
the
back of
orange.
my I'm full of spit. It like made my tongue feel tart.
I can taste the orange one right now. Yes.
Right?
But the green was the best. I don't know what flavor it was supposed to be, but green was the best.
I think they're all chalk flavored, right?
They were good.
Do you have gummy vitamins or no, you didn't take them away to throw them away.
No, that's not, well, that's how the story ended. The story started with me taking them, and I was like, I've had terrible diarrhea for the last week. What is it? And I was like, oh my God, it's those vitamins. And I stopped taking them. I was like, it was the vitamins.
It looks just like them.
All right, Mom Brain. Can we do some music, please?
Oh, I didn't know we were going so quickly into music.
Well, I mean, we're at 128. So.
Okay, my apologies. I would have been.
I heard you turned on the speaker.
Well, yeah.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Taking your Flintstones vitamins.
Put one under your tongue.
All right. Today's selections are lovely selections. And the first of those selections, that I would like to play for you comes to us from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Could be a little quiet.
All right. Is it Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it licensed?
I think it might be.
Okay.
This is familiar.
Dimension Reward?
No.
Where did you start?
Super Nintendo. Why do I know this? Doom?
Yeah.
Oh, on the Super Nintendo. Wow.
Doom is not licensed music. It's just ripoffs of licensed music.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're all based on like metal songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Doom franchise.
It's its own license. Doom is not licensed from something.
Yeah, I just meant if it was like based on a TV show or a movie or something.
It is Doom?
Yes.
Although
This one-
technically Doom is a movie now.
Right, that's why I was thinking.
And a movie again. No, but it was a game first.
Yeah,
This
it's
comes,
complicated.
I get it. This comes from Andy the Zombie.
Focus all the time.
Super Mario 64 at the end.
Yeah.
Right, and the camera's flying by all and everything.
And he says, "Thank you so much for playing my game."
Yeah, that's a great end song. All right.
Next song comes to us.
Here, I saved your ass. What do you got for me? A cake. Eat a cake. Blow it out your ass, Peach.
What if it's the best cake you ever ate?
It's still a cake.
Mom.
Wait, what happened?
You rescue Princess Peach, and she has a cake for you.
Well, I mean, wasn't she going to
She
make
had
that
it
cake for
already?
him anyway before she was kidnapped?
That makes it worse.
Oh, you're right.
He went to the castle for a cake. He saves her life, and she's like,
Here's
that
the
cake.
I was going to give you anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's
What
that
a
cake
bitch.
I baked you. This one
Well,
comes
don't you think
from.
maybe he just saved her to get the cake?
oh my God. Maybe that's it.
That's
Or
the
maybe
motivation to
he
save
saved
her.
her to get some pie.
Matt Fish just made that joke.
Some peach pie.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mark this day down.
Wow.
We figured it out.
Peach pie.
This one
That's
comes from
great,
Wait or Die.
Kirby.
Oh, big deal.
So this is Game Boy?
Game Boy
Color.
Color.
God, I hate Game Boy Color so much. I never owned it. I don't know anything that was on it.
James Bond Jr.
The Metal Gear Solid.
Nope.
Mickey's Speedway.
Nope.
Pokemon something. Ah. Alright, I don't know. Perfect Dark.
No. Really long.
The song's really long.
More the same. Yeah. You give up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh man, I didn't even recognize it.
Bummer.
That's a real disappointment.
This one comes from Blood Ocean 07.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Yep.
I know that Gruntilda anywhere. Her laugh when you die is great. It's a really great laugh.
Can
Such
you
a
do it?
good song.
If I wasn't sick,
are you too
I
congested?
could try.
That's-
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that laugh. You go on, Mom Brain. I'm gonna find that
All
laugh.
right, that was from Blood Ocean 07, and it was Banjo Kazooie. Here's one from Alien Boy B.A. That's my drain.
This has to be Japanese.
Okay.
It's got that feeling. I don't even. Is it a
Like
portable?
A Hallmark movie. If
Oh,
you'd like
hold
it
on.
to be, it's portable.
So it's on Switch.
Yeah.
That riff sounded familiar.
Yeah. Like it. That's what. It's close.
Dance like this.
I think that riff
Exactly.
is familiar, but I don't think it's. I think it's.
Kirby and I are gonna go out dancing.
It has such. I know it's not Kingdom Hearts, but it has a really big Kingdom Hearts vibe.
It's not.
Did you get a system already? Switch? Okay.
Tales of Vesperia. I don't know. Go ahead.
That was a good guess.
Final Fantasy something.
Tales of Asparagus. No.
Tales of
Tales of Asparagus.
Veggie Tales.
Demo.
It's a demo.
Oh no, just Demo.
Demo?
It's a music game. Hold up there.
And that was from Alien Boy VA.
Oh my
It's every
god.
time you die.
It's a cackle. This one comes from Fred McNanner.
Is it a bad Sonic game?
No.
Time to live, to die, it's time to meet your maker. This is an Iron Maiden song. Where that riff is.
Okay, Guitar Hero.
No.
Jam with the Band.
No.
Elite Beat Agents.
Nope.
Raymond.
Nope.
What system?
GameCube. But I gotta tell you that when I
Dogma.
play the link, it says the picture is a PlayStation 2 cover, so I don't think that's throw you off.
Okay, is it a fighting game?
Maybe.
Is it licensed?
Yeah.
If they're fighting in this license.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not Street Fighter, it's not Mortal Kombat.
Soul Calibur.
Good guess, that would fit.
Blaze Blue.
I'm sorry, you said it's licensed. Alright.
Oh,
It's GameCube era. Well, it's like, it's gotta be anime. Dragon Ball something then.
Yeah.
oh, of course.
Budokai.
Yep.
Heyo!
Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
I say Beyblade, but there's no like Beyblade like
What?
fisticuffs game.
It.
Rip.
All right. So the next song today comes from Toad 64.
Oh yeah. This is, I guess, it's Mighty Milky Way?
Sure is.
So good. That Burt, man. Mighty Milky Way, great game. DSiWare.
What was the point of that game?
You're like a little alien girl going between like planets and stuff, like little, it's like gravitational pull and stuff
That's all it was?
like that. From what I remember, yeah.
What was the game that was like, you were a little alien girl, or like your character was like,
I mean, that might be in that. I don't remember.
what was the other game that
Mighty Switch Wars? All right. Who sent that in?
Toad 64.
Great choice, Toad 64. What a great song.
Here comes one from Autumnal Blake.
Oh my God, I know this. Is it Punch Out?
Nope.
Why do I know this?
Played it.
I definitely played. What system is it?
Birds.
Switch.
Why do I know this? Is it first party? Why do I know
I
this?
think you played it with Martin.
Oh, that basketball game?
Oh my God, this is gonna. We haven't had one like this in a long time where I really don't want to give in.
Think of the games you played with my brother.
I played Arms. It's not Arms. We played.
Oh, wasn't it like a golfing game?
Oh yeah.
It sure was Kirby.
Okay,
Golf Story.
Yep.
Golf Story.
That's it. Thank you, Kirby.
Did you ever get the game that was made by the Burnout people, the golfing game?
No, but I heard it was bad.
No.
That was Golf Story from Autumnal Blake. This one's from Glitter Bubble 3.
This is licensed.
Sure is.
Waterworld?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That guy. This is a great soundtrack.
Zamfir.
That guy, Sam Fear. All right, go ahead.
Last one for Webisode 700 comes from Mikey3319.
Okay, it sounds like NES.
It is.
I believe it's Konami.
It is.
They like that drum.
Yeah. Is it a country?
No.
Is it the Turtles?
Nope.
Did you bad news?
Is it licensed?
Oh,
no.
Bayou Billy?
Nope.
The record of Bayou Billy. Like Operation Wolf. I don't even know if Konami did that.
What's your?
No.
That will be licensed.
Punisher.
No.
It will be licensed too.
Did you guys see the trailer for the new Punisher series?
I don't know. Go ahead.
I did.
Snake's Revenge.
I was gonna guess that.
God damn it. The second Metal Gear.
I was gonna guess that. Nikhil distracted.
God damn it, Nicky
We're
Hill.
gonna get- Oh yeah. Let's push it.
I'm kidding.
All right, guys, that's your 700th episode. We got high on drug fumes. We looked back
We
at
did.
previous podcasts.
We got high
We
Stephanie
talked
Davis.
about boobs and
And
Switch
Nicky Hill
doing
ruined
well.
everything. Hey,
And
good night, everybody.
We got the last song
Did
wrong.
you turn those lights?
Stay tuned for the after show because I'll be talking about movies. Boobies.
Movies.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good 100 more.
Now, let us talk about.
Did you not like that trailer? Seems like it's going to be crazy.
No, I thought it was okay.
somebody who watched
Do you trust Netflix with Marvel properties
Netflix?
anymore?
I'm guessing this is going to be the last season, by the way.
I mean, like, yeah, trust it to be like invest time and then they cancel it anyway.
And you know what? Sometimes shows have to end. It's part of life.
So last week on the
Speaking of
podcast, I was
Marvel.
talking about how I've decided in 2019 to watch movies because I haven't watched movies in forever. My favorite regular movies that I've seen are Paddington 2 is at the top. Not a joke.
Uh-huh.
Holy oh, it's after the podcast. Holy shit, man. I cried so hard at
Best
that movie.
picture. It's a shoe-in.
It has over 2,200 critic reviews. And the average score on Rotten Tomatoes is 100%.
Okay, I'm sure.
One of those numbers isn't right. Maybe
sure
it's
it's a fine
220 reviews and 100%. It is, and the audience was like 98 or something like that. And I was talking to my cousin, and we have decided that if you watch that movie and you do not cry at it,
Are we talking Paddington?
you're a serial killer. You are a serial killer. Yes.
I actually had to inside cry because if I had cried the way I needed to, I wouldn't have been able to hear what was happening in the movie. Like I had to
sorry.
hold my breath.
Northern, I did watch that one. I watched the first one, yeah. Which I also
Did I
liked.
talk to you about Toy Story 4?
I don't think so.
Keep talking. I'll bring it up later.
Okay. So yeah, Paddington 2, no joke, is my favorite out of the ones I've watched. Right after that is Blade Runner 2049. That was really good. I really liked. I really don't have anything to complain about with that movie. I wouldn't change anything.
It's just not Paddington.
Just not Paddington. I didn't cry at Blade Runner.
So you definitely liked Paddington 2 more than the first Paddington?
I loved the first Paddington. I really did. But the second one I think is better.
I like the first Paddington. I didn't like it as much as you did, but
Man, the second. Well, let me put this out here, and this is not a joke. Hugh Grant's performance in Paddington 2 is fantastic.
Benny Smoochie.
He's so good. His character is a.
Is he a bad guy?
Yeah, he's the bad guy. He used to be like a big time actor,
But then
now he's
so he fell
fallen on hard times. So he's doing like dog food commercials. And his motivation is he wants to get all
He's
this.
playing himself.
He wants to get money to put on his own show on the West End, and the show is a one-man show about all of his greatest roles. But you find out that he has all the costumes from his greatest roles when he was in movies in his attic, and he talks to all of them in character. So he has conversations with all the other characters that he played because he's going crazy. And he does such a good job with it. He's really funny. Because Nicole Kidman's part in the first movie, I was like, whatever.
She was fine.
Yeah, fine. I'm fine with saying she was
wasn't
fine.
she wasn't the most important part of the movie.
Yeah, Hugh Grant's character is great. He does a great job with it. Just enough of like the over the top element. Very good, very good. But everybody else in the movie is great. If you liked him in the first movie, you'll like him this time. But yeah, I was crying so hard at the end of the movie. I thought I was going to wake Mom Brain up. I was like, this is.
Wait, when did you watch it then?
She watched it like a couple nights later. I watched it at like 5 in the morning. Oh my god, it was so good.
She should have been up by then.
That's right.
So
that's not really
yeah, Blade Runner 2049 I loved. Fantastic. I thought all the actors in that were very good. I thought Harrison Ford still had it. What are you looking at?
No, there was headlights. I thought somebody was in your driveway, but they were just.
I talked about Hereditary. I already liked that. I watched Annihilation. I really liked Annihilation as well. Just not as much as the other ones.
Be prepared to watch watch a totally different story play out.
I mean, that's any book to movie, really. Or most, I should say.
Oh,
But anyway, so then I had like all the movies that I really wanted to see. There's still a couple in there that I want to check out. Like you said, The Lobster. I want to check out The Lobster. Or Lobster,
because
whatever it's called.
because I suggested it.
I heard of it, but you
So-
recommended it, and I want to see it.
I thought it was The Lobster.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the one.
I think it's the lobster.
But I wanted to set a wrong right.
I just want to see your opinion of something like The Lobster because it's just such an offbeat,
Oh, I watched Mandy, and I loved Mandy.
different kind of one.
I got no problem with offbeat movies at all.
I'm curious.
I'm setting a wrong right, and I have officially
Decided to start watching the Marvel movies.
I have started watching the Marvel movies. Yes.
It's funny. I not to hijack the conversation.
No, go ahead.
I finally just watched Infinity War before I came over.
Oh well, don't talk about it.
I won't spoil anything for you.
I am watching them in the order that they released. So I finished phase 1, and I'm into phase 2 now.
Oh, good. Yeah, phase 1 is kind of a slog.
Yeah.
I
Phase 1 was a slog, but I feel like as it went on, it got better. Like I
Yes.
seriously thought each movie was better than the last.
so
Iron Man, well, that's not true. Iron Man, I didn't like.
No.
The Hulk, I also didn't like. They're pretty much equal.
the Hulk was terrible.
Well, if somebody other than Robert Downey Jr. had been the star of the first Iron Man film, would you have felt differently?
I don't think so because
Okay.
I like Iron Man 2 better.
Really? All right. That's
But
an
I
interesting
don't-
opinion.
That's what
Yeah, that's
somebody else I was
fine.
talking to was saying. I liked Thor, which I know
Okay.
is crazy because a lot of people
It's-
didn't like Thor.
It's not terrible. It's
I know.
just not.
Thor,
Oh yeah, when I'm saying I like it, I give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Thor and Thor: Dark World. I never saw that.
I didn't see Dark World.
I watched the first Captain America, which I legitimately liked. I thought that was an enjoyable.
Yeah,
movie.
it's not perfect, but there's a lot.
But as I was saying, the Nikki Hill special effect in the beginning of that movie where they're making what's his face look scrawny is really
Oh.
funny.
yeah, could look worse. But
And
No, but
then
have you seen it recently? 'Cause that's
yeah,
like- the point is like if you saw it like 5 years ago, it was passable.
that's
But
probably when I
now,
saw it.
but now
Because-
if you look back and see it after seeing what special effects have evolved into, it's like
because I didn't know this was part of the movie at all.
Okay.
So he came on screen and I was like, what the hell is going on? This looks so weird. And then I watched the Avengers, the first Avengers movie, which I thought was great. I really liked that. It
I
was
love-
really fun.
the way that Marvel does the character, like just the simple banter between them.
Yes, it was
or
all
the
very
fact
good.
that like they don't really there's the egos get in the way, but they have to like put that aside.
I appreciated
write that
the
out
way
was really
that Robert Downey Jr. interacted with the Hulk, whatever his name is. I like those two working, like the way they play off of each other. Because Hulk
Right.
is like, I know what type of guy this is. I'll just let him, do his thing. And so I watched that, and that's probably my favorite so far of everything that I've watched.
Okay.
Then I watched Iron Man 3, which is the beginning of Phase 2, which is the best Iron Man movie I
haven't seen
Which
it
is
yet.
the Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is the one where he's dealing with like having panic attacks and he's like holed up in the basement making like 47 different versions of Iron Man. He meets the little kid.
Oh, the
The Mandarins.
Yes, the man. Yeah, I
Which
thought
is
that was
weird.
the best
So
of the
that's-
Iron Man
That's
movies.
the thing that's weird about it is that like it takes it to a completely different setting, and it like the story and the action kind of just stops, and it's about finding himself.
Yeah, which I can appreciate. Like, I like that they did something different. And then just last night, the one I watched most recently is Thor: Dark World, which was fine. It
Here's the thing.
wasn't bad.
After you talked to me last night, I was thinking about it. The same way that special effects have evolved, the storytelling has evolved, and it's not even necessarily that there's like better writers or whatever. It's just that the way that they're telling the stories has changed. So like, I remember seeing Iron Man in the theater. I think I saw it twice. Like I saw it with somebody, and then I saw it with my cousin. I thought the original Iron Man was really great, but then
I liked it a lot.
Especially talking to you now and looking back, it is the old superhero structure.
Yeah, it's very
Which
basic.
yeah. But then so Iron Man 3 is a shift in
Definitely.
the way that they tell the superhero structure, especially because it's the third movie. They don't have the character development because all like the origin story happened to
I mean, I'm hoping the rest of the Marvel movies go the way that they've been going so far because there's a marked improvement as they continue on. Like
Yes, they did.
the beginning of Phase 2 compared to Phase 1 is much better by far.
And then you're gonna get to. I mean, if you don't mind me like dropping the name of the movie. But,
I know the order of the movies.
no, but like when you get to Guardians of the Galaxy,
I think I watch Captain America next,
Civil War,
and then
not Civil War.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
and then after that is Guardians of the Galaxy.
So Winter Soldier does kind of like what
Iron
the
Man.
Dark Knight did. The Dark Knight was like a detective movie with superhero skins, and Winter Soldier is like a political thriller or whatever with a superhero skin, like action sequences or whatever. And then Guardians of the Galaxy is like a complete skew off of all of that stuff. It's pretty crazy.
For as much as I dislike Robert Downey Jr., I do think in the Avengers movie, the first one, and Iron Man 3, his banter is very good. Like in particular, his conversations with the little kid in Iron Man 3 are very good. I really like the way he talks to the kid. There's one part where he's with the kid in the city.
Isn't he a jerk to the kid?
Well, yeah, he's a jerk.
That's what you.
Well, I mean, that's his character.
That's a good point.
He hates the guy.
That's a
He
good
hates the guy
point.
because he was a jerk in real life
That's a good
back in
point.
the day. Oh, but now he's being a jerk on camera, and he loves
That's a good point. It is to a kid, though, so that's a good
That's
point.
what
No,
makes-
there's one part in the city.
I hate
With
to
the little
break
kid.
your heart, but in real life, he's been really good to kids.
It's a little like it's after a big action scene. There's a scene with the little kid, and Tony Stark's like, "I gotta go somewhere, whatever." And he's like, "Can I get in the car with you? I'm cold." And he's like, "No, I gotta go." And the kid's like, "Well, after like everything that just happened, like I don't leave me like my dad did. I feel a connection with you." And he's like, I forget what he says. Doesn't matter. Blah blah blah. But then later on, the kid's like, "Please, can I get in the car with you? I'm really, really cold." And Iron Man's like, "I know you're cold. You know how I know you're cold?" And the kid's like, "How?" And he goes, "Because we have a connection." And he closes the window and drives away.
Oh.
I'm realizing I just liked it because he's being mean to him.
Turns out you actually love Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, man.
You're
If he's
too
being mean
afraid
to a kid, I'm all in. But yeah, I'm definitely having fun. So what am I? Iron Man 1 and 2 and 3. The Incredible Hulk. Avengers. Thor. Captain America. The second Thor. So I'm 8 movies in, and there's 18 or something like that. 19?
Did they hit 20 already? Did they hit 20 already?
I don't know. But yeah, right now I'm like definitely into it. I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm very excited to see what happens in the next Captain America movie because I think Captain America is my favorite character overall so far.
Good. Yeah,
I do like Thor, but Captain America I like better.
Thor,
Captain America made me like Chris Evans.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping the
same
next
here,
Captain
same.
America plays up more of like, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it takes place in the past. I don't know if it takes place now.
no spoilers from
But I'm hoping at least one of the movies plays up a bit more of his transition from like I'm asleep for 70 years to I'm awake now. Like I want to see him
Wait,
more like learning
so-
about stuff.
How does he come about in Avengers? Is that when they pull him out of the ice?
No, he's pulled out. The end of the
Yeah,
first Captain
yeah,
America
the
movie
first
ends
Captain
with
America
him getting
movie.
pulled out of the ice. Well, it starts with them finding him in the ice, and then it tells you Captain America's
There's,
story
yeah,
and how he gets
extended
trapped in the ice.
flashback, and
Then they try and fool him in that fake room that's supposed to look like, you know, whatever it was, 1940s, 50s. And he breaks out of the fake room and like runs out into modern day New York City, and that's how the movie ends.
Flying cars, all that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in Captain America, Tony Stark's dad has the flying car on, like, at that Stark convention. Whatever
That's
it's
what's
called.
really cool is all the connections to their past.
Oh my Lord.
Guys, we have to end now. Mom brain's dying. All right, that's enough movie talk. We'll talk more about what It's huffing medicine next week.
But also, pay close attention. I mean, I can tell you this after you go.
Guys, get this one. Get this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys want to hit a Mucinex? There you go.
Oh,
Clear is
yeah,
cool.
there you go.
That one actually smells
We'll see you
good.
next week.
Smell it. It's not
Goodbye,
bad.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.